All right, Richie, your box arrived today, so I'm going to go ahead and get it opened up, and we're going to take a quick look at your watch. Again, I'm going to be able to start sometime in the next few weeks, so this is just to reassure you that it arrived and kind of give you a sense of where we're headed. So let's get started with that process. All right. Okay. Very cool. Very cool indeed. All right, the real deal Pogue. This is a True Pogue. 71 Resist Tex Pogue. Very nice. All right, so let's take a close look. Maybe a little too close. All right, here we go. So, what you have here is a 6139 6005. This is from March of 1971. Wow, that is a stunner. Beautiful watch. All right, so this is how watches should look, in my opinion. It's got really honest wear for sure. You know, this was a watch that got worn, which is great to see. The crystal is nice and hazy and all that kind of stuff. But the important part, the extremely important part, is that your lume is perfect. And that is really where you want to be. Now, we can see it's running. So what makes this a Pogue, of course, is the gear, the resist text, the jeweled dial, Seiko automatic, yellow dial, of course. You have some fade on your ring, which is totally fine. That's expected. These did fade quite a bit. You're on an Uncle Seiko strap or band bracelet, which is a great choice. It's the tapered style. Couple little things just to point out, and maybe what we'll do is we'll take the watch out of the case so we can get a really good look at your dial. All right, so Richie, what I'd like to do now is go ahead and check your numbers, and just to see what state the watch is in. I'm going to leave the chronograph running just as a way to check, and I'm going to put a little bit of power into the movement. It's been shipped, but it's not clear how much actual back and forth motion it got. Now we may be seeing a sort of slightly lower than normal state for the watch, but we're going to check it and see where you're sitting right now. Okay, so definitely needs a service. Pretty low amplitude. However, what's nice to see is that these lines are nice and straight and parallel, no matter how bad low the power is and all that kind of stuff. What I really like to see is that there's not a lot of shimmy and shake and all sorts of problems. These numbers are super low, right? These should be in the high, 230 is sort of the average for a good watch. If it's a brand new one, that's new old stock, it may be 240, 250, but 230 is pretty good as a point to get to. This should be 0, this should be 0, and this should be in the 230 range. But what's good is that your signal is clean. Clean signal means good hairspring. It means that there aren't, masses of problems lurking beneath the surface. So I'm happy with what I see, regardless of what the numbers actually say. So I think we're in a good spot. We're gonna go ahead and get another look here. And okay, so let's go ahead. We got it loosened up here. Let's go ahead and get it taken off. Right, so it looks like you have a servicing mark that I have no idea what it actually means. But it was serviced at some point in its life. Must have been a long time ago, because this case back seal is like a piece of plastic, which I'm sure the other seals within the movement also look like. However, all that being said, this is an extremely clean looking movement. It reflects what we see on the dial, which is that moisture was not an issue with this watch. Certainly it was worn, and worn well, but also you've got a very tight, one of the telltale signs that a watch has been utilized a lot, not abused, but utilized, is that this winding weight bridge, this carrier here, it gets loose, and then as the watch winds, this object rotates and scratches off some of the finishing and some of the plating that's over the brass on the plates below. But you don't have that, which is nice to see. So let's check your mainspring arbor port. It's showing some wear for sure. Okay, so that's something that we're going to take care of. So let's go ahead and pull your movement out of your case. Yeah, those seals need to definitely need to be replaced. So I'm going to go ahead and pop out your movement retaining ring. And then we are going to check out your dial together. There we go. Look at that. That is phenomenal. Okay, so there it is. There's your dial. Now, you had expressed that this, which shouldn't be a big deal, this is your day changeover. It's in a wrong spot, and we can take care of that. Got some hazing on your minute hand, but we can remove that. Really looks like nice original lume everywhere. You've got this, typical for these watches is that they oftentimes will have a sort of material issue with the lacquer that's applied to the top, and you'll see some tarnishing around certain areas of the watch, and you happen to have it here on your minute sub-register. You also have some slight discoloration here and here, above and below your resist text. But otherwise, there's maybe another spot here. This is just such a clean and beautiful watch that I'm not worried about that at all. All right, so again, here's your case. You do have some spotting. There's something here near 42 on your rotating ring. You've got good lume on that pip. Again, this is a slightly faded version, but that's the original color, is this yellow. But here's the fade color, which I think is kind of cool, actually. Definitely you need new seals everywhere. These should have popped out, and the reason they're sticky is because they've turned into plastic. So overall, the watch looks great. I'm excited to get it up to full health and restored the way it was a long time ago. And we will get it there. So, yeah, thank you very much. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you this video. It's going to be a little bit of time before I can get to the watch. But once I have a spot open, we'll get you going. Okay? All right, Richie. Thank you very much, and I'll be in touch.